On this month's What's Up or Down with the Market, we're going to talk about interest rates, inventory, and the cost of waiting to buy a home. Let's get into it. My name is Dennis. I'm the team leader of the Dennis Tuttle Real Estate team, and I want to talk to you about what's been happening in the market. So inventory has tripled in the last 12 months. We're up to about 3.2 months supply of homes, which means we have 30,000 homes for sale on the market, and we're selling about 10,000 homes per month, which means 1 out of every 3 homes on the market will sell in the next 30 days, which leaves 2 more sitting on the market. So the pace has slowed down, but remember, anything under 5 months is considered a seller's market. So we're still technically in a seller's market, although it feels like a buyer's market because we came from a market of last year with 1 week of inventory and everything that went on the market sold. So it was pretty crazy, but now we have 3 times the amount of homes, so buyers have more choices. What's interesting is interest rates have doubled. Your interest rate right now on a 30-year mortgage is about 7.5%. Even with really good credit, it's going to be somewhere in the 7s. The historical average, the last 20 years, not the 40-year average, which was a little bit higher because you had 18% interest rates, in the late 70s. But if you look at the last 20 years, the historical average was about 6%. So I wanted to talk to you about the cost of waiting, because here's what is fascinating with the numbers. The average sales price last month was $467,000, and that was up 1.5%. The median home price is at $375,000, and that was actually down 2.5% year over year. So depending on the average or the median, home prices are pretty stable. But that's pretty interesting considering we've tripled the amount of supply, we've doubled the interest rates, and yet prices have still held. Earlier this year, the interest rates dropped for a little bit, and as soon as that happened, everything we had started selling a lot quicker. We had even a moment of getting multiple offers again this year when rates dropped. So what I think is going to happen is if prices can stay stable long enough for the rates to come back down, naturally we're going to see prices go back up again because of the demand that'll be put on the market. All the buyers sitting on the fences right now are going to say, hey, rates have dropped, I'm going to get in and buy a house now. And if our inventory is still pretty low, which 3 months is still pretty low, 2019, just put this in perspective, pre-COVID, the inventory was 4.5 months. So we're still lower today than we were in 2019, pre-COVID, pre all this crazy market that we've been to. So chances are prices are going to come down. So I wanted to show you a comparison. If you bought right now at $375,000 at the median home price, and let's say you had a 7.5% rate, your payment estimated would be $3,223. Now, if rates drop, let's say a year later, and they get down to 6%, you could refinance that home and your payment would be $2,868. I mean, it's going to come down almost $400 a month. But keep in mind, there are things we can do with mortgages right now to buy down that rate temporarily. So even year 1, year 2, you could be paying a rate that's closer to this $2,800 number, just with these numbers from the get-go. So you don't even have to pay the higher interest rate because we can do things like a 2-1 buy down or a 3-1 buy down, where we buy that rate down for the beginning years of that mortgage. Now, if we waited, let's just say prices went up 5% because of demand, okay? But you were able to buy it from the get-go at 6%. That estimated payment would be $3,011 compared to the $2,868 payment that you would have gotten if you had bought at $375 and refinanced later. Well, that's $143 a month more for the same house, but paying a little bit more and waiting. Now that may not seem like a lot, but over the course of a year, that's $1,716 more in payment. So you're going to be stuck with that payment for a lot longer than what it probably will take for rates to come back down. So let's say you're there for 10 years. That's $17,160 more in payments because of waiting for the rates to come down versus taking advantage of the price today and refinancing later. But don't forget, you also paid $18,750 more for that house. So the cost of waiting over 10 years is $35,910. That's a significant number to wait for rates to come down. Now, I say all that to say, if rates, let's say, came down, but prices didn't go up, you can still refinance and you're still gonna have a great payment. So the pain is temporary, but the wait could really be a lot more painful in terms of what a payment is and all of that stuff, because we saw in the last market when rates dropped and inventory dropped, the prices went up. In fact, home prices are $150,000 more today than they were 4 years ago. That's a lot of money. And so think about the cost of waiting by not buying in 2019. And so that's what we're seeing right now in the market. It's very interesting. Again, very fascinating that all this time has gone by with high rates, triple the inventory, and yet prices have stayed very stable across the market. And so that's what we're seeing. If you have any questions on this, give us a call. We're happy to help. We'll bring another market update. We're watching prices every month. We're watching inventory. We're watching interest rates. We're looking out for you and working to bring you updates as we have them. Until then, we'll see you next month on another edition of What's Up or Down with the Market. See you later. Bye.